Yo, what's going on, guys? Playing some more NHL 17 today. Got another Team of the Year prediction. As you know, Team of the Weeks are no longer Team of the Year. Team of the Weeks are Team of the Years for the next 3 weeks. So we're going to continue on the path of Team of the Week predictions being Team of the Week year predictions. And we got last week's up. As you guys already knew, we already knew all these guys were going to pretty much be in it because the voting was what determined. Only thing we did not know was the overalls and the synergies, which were quite disgusting, by the way. If you have not seen them yet, got like 5 different synergies, 12 total synergies, 5 different ones. Pretty nice cards, but anyway, I was doing some thinking about this whole 23 and under Team of the Year. First of all, I should point this out. EA didn't call it the 23 and under this year. They called it the Youngsters Team of the Year. Everybody's assuming 23 and under. Could it be different, though? Yes, it really could. It really could be different. We don't know. We don't have the slightest clue. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to guess based on 23 and under. But first thing I want to say real quick is last year, I'm basing a little bit off last year. For the whole year, honestly, I was thinking, you know what? McDavid, Scheifele, Kucherov, guys, you know, their offensive team of the year worthy, and that's where they'd go. But now I was looking back at last year, Panarin made Team of the Year, offensive Team of the Year. Guys were saying Panarin did it last year. The thing was, Panarin was 24 years old. He did not qualify for the 23 and under. You know who did qualify? Johnny Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau nearly had 80 points. He was a point-per-game player last year, 7th in the league in points. Most definitely deserving of Offensive Team of the Year, didn't get one. He got under 23 and under's Team of the Year. That being said, I'm going to take the angle that if you're under the age of 24, you're 23 and under, I think they have a really good chance of making this Team of the Year. I'm going to do some more explaining here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and fire away here. First off, we got the goalie, and it's definitely the controversial pick of them all, I'd have to say, because the goalie I'm choosing is good old John Gibson. Sticking to my original prediction here, John Gibson. The guy had a 2.28 goals against average, 921 save, 23 wins on the year. Now here's the thing, I already know what you guys are doing. You're screaming at those TVs, Matt Murray. Why is this not Matt Murray? Well, here's the thing, he does have less wins than Matt Murray. Fractions lower on a save percentage, 9.23 for Matt Murray. But Murray has a 2.41 goals against average, nearly 15 points higher than John Gibson. It's legitimately a toss-up, I think. I know a lot of you guys are probably jumping straight on that Murray bandwagon, and understandably so. He's a phenomenal goalie. And he's on the Pens, and you might be right. You might be completely right. He could be the one that gets picked. Like I said, toss-up here, opinion-based deal. I was going to say, look who Gibson plays for and all, you know, compared to the Murray playing for the Penguins, Gibson for the Ducks. And then I realized that's probably something EA honestly will not put any consideration into at all. So I'm just going to, you know, throw that idea out the window here. But here's the thing I'm going to say. I think both will end up with the Team of the Year. Regardless of who makes the Team of the Week, Team of the Year, I think both get a Team of the Year card because, as you know, EA does that close to second place Team of the Year set thing or whatever. Guys that were close to getting the Team of the Year that didn't. I think the loser of this battle between these two goalies makes it to a Team of the Year set. And I should also say I'm only doing one goalie. We're going to do the first line defense, and we're going to do the first 2 lines of the offense. Why? Because of the fact that what is it? The third line offensive forwards is, I want to say, defense, and the fourth line is AHL. Same goes for defensemen. The second line D-men are defensive, and the third line is AHL as well. And then moving on to the D-men, the first guy we got here is Dougie Hamilton. He's going to have a nice card. And you know what I forgot to do? Prediction, ratings-wise. John Gibson, we're going to give him a 94 overall. Completely skipped out on that. Dougie Hamilton, though, he's already a 90 overall. I believe that's his best card, if I ain't mistaken. 11 goals, 36 assists, 47 points, and I just realized John Gibson is not going to have a 94 overall. I'm pretty sure. Let me go look at it. First, let's finish this Dougie Hamilton thing. You guys are getting me distracted. 47 points. Leads all defensemen, under 23 in points, that is. I think he's going to see about a 90. Leads all defensemen. Let's give him a 95, right? We'll give him a 95. But yeah, take two. John Gibson is a 90 overall. Yeah, I'm going to stick with 94. Sticking with the guns here with a 94 overall. And now we're going to move on. This is normally, this is where I'd search Columbus Blue Jackets and I'd throw in my vouch for Zach Werenski. But guess who's not in the game? Zach Werenski. You know what upsets me the most about this, though, is he's my favorite player. And I've never had, one of my favorite players actually get a Team of the Year. and he finally is like worthy of a team of the year, and he just can't have one because of the pure fact that he's not in the game. And it's like, come on, EA. Hashtag we want Werenski. All right, so here we are though. Since there is no Werenski, we're gonna have Rasmus Ristolainen. I believe he was in one last year as well. 5 goals, 38 assists, still putting up great numbers for them Sabres. If there's guys I think that could be, barely missing again, maybe Seth Jones. I'm pulling for you, bud. He could very well end up on the second line defensive D-men pairing as well, but he could also be a part. I think he's one of those guys that end up being a part of the just missed it team of the year set as well. But Ristolainen, I'm saying 90. We're going to give them a 90 overall. Then we're going to move on to the offensive lines. There's 2 lines that are offensive. Then we go to that third line of defense that we're not going to go over. And then the fourth line of AHLers. And as I hinted to it earlier, I'm going to put him on this team of the year. I'm putting Connor McDavid on this team of the year. He's a 93 overall right now. That's it. I could have swore he had a 94, 95. Is that right? They're giving guys +6s this year, though. I'm giving him a +5. I'm giving McDavid a +5. Gotta do it. He's leading the league in points, 98 overall. And as I mentioned, though, it's greatly debated. He's undoubtedly getting a team of the year. There's no question about that. The question is offensive or 23&Under. I think a lot of guys are like, it doesn't matter to me as long as he gets that team of the year. But, for prediction sakes, we got to bring it up. And like I said, considering he's tied for Crosby right now, or tied with Crosby in points, he is one of those guys, first place, by the way, that could definitely, if there's one that's deserving of offensive, it's completely him. But think about this. This is another angle I was thinking about. On EA's end, this would be smart because you want to put a big fish, quote unquote, big fish, on each team of the year. A pack seller, if you want to say. Connor McDavid having a 98, 97 overall would be that guy, quite frankly. I know you could say like Lane or Kucherov, but there's nobody with the bigger name right now than Connor McDavid, I think, coming up in the league. Maybe Leafs fans will say Matthews, but that was last week's card, obviously, if you want to say that was the pack seller of last week. I think it's a smart decision by EA, or it might be a decision they're thinking of when it comes to selling packs. Not that they ever think about anything like that, but selling packs to get a McDavid in there, so I think he makes it on this one. Moving on over to Nikita Kucherov, and if there's one thing you guys should have learned last week, as I told you guys to do about these Movembers as we're going through them, that was watch the way these synergies affect the Movembers. I was really anticipating something big to be, as far as synergies are concerned from Team of the Year to Movember. And if you look, that Matthews card went nowhere for his Movember as his Team of the Year was skyrocketing. Those synergies are a big deal in this game. I'm avoiding Movembers completely. No chance that I'm buying a Movember the rest of the year. So if you ask me a question in this comment section below, should you buy this Movember? My question and answer is going to be a flat out no. Kucherov, though, 33 goals, 38 assists. I was actually, honestly, a little surprised. He's going to be on pace for 35 goals this year. I know he's a great player, but the goal scoring is a little bit of a shock to me this year. Again, offensive team of the year considerable, but I think he hits the defensive team of the year. We're going to give him a +4 at a 96 overall. All right, David Pastrnak, clean up the first line. Final guy we got here for that first line. 63 points on the year, putting together a great season, and I think he tops off that first line. I really do. He's got an 88 overall right now. Maybe give him a 91. I think I'm lowballing him at a 91. He could very quite frankly get a 92 overall, but either way, it's going to be a pretty sick card. Then we're moving on to that second line. We got Leon Draisaitl. He's a 94 overall already. Can you believe that? They're going to have to give this guy a small booster. He's going to end up with a 98, 99 overall. Needless to say, though, another guy with 63 points, putting up a great season, but getting hot as of late, if I ain't mistaken. But I think we're going to give him a small upgrade. 97. We're going to give him a +3, actually. I was going to say 92, or 96, but I thought +2. They won't give guys +2s, apparently. They gave one to Stamkos. And again, I brought up the Stamkos thing. He was definitely one that was worthy of a +2 because of the pure fact that he didn't play all year. If he would have played all year, then it'd been understandable that he had something other than a +2. But being that he didn't, and Draisaitl did play all year, I think you got to consider that. And then there's Patrick Laine, a guy, again, just raking in the upgrades. 93 overall already. It's insane. 33 goals, 27 assists. Just a quick thought, though. He still has more points than good old Austin Matthews. Marner, of all people, actually not of all people, I think Marner is a pretty good player, is actually about to pass Austin Matthews in points as well, which is still relevant because, Werenski's going to win the cup, but I just thought I'd throw it out there and share with you guys. Patrick, what's your name? Patrick Kane. Patrick Laine, 93 overall. I think he gets a plus. We're going to give him a +4 because it's Austin Patrick. No, we're not. We're going to give him a +3. I'll get his name right. It's Patrick Laine, +3. It's right in front of you. Look at the screen. +3, 96 overall. Pretty nice looking card out of Patrick Laine. And then finally topping it all off is Nikolai Ehlers. I'm a little concerned about this one, quite honestly. 72 games played already. Most of these guys are in the mid to upper 60s in games played. So I think you could bring that argument that he's played more games. So that's a big part of his 22 goals, 58 points. And maybe a guy like Mitch Marner is more worth it with 56 points because he's only done that in 65 games. Again, I think it's one of those cases, though, whichever one misses would definitely make that just missed Team of the Year set of those guys, and that is it. That are the predictions. I'm not going to go and pretend I know anything about good defensive forwards or defensemen, quite frankly, but I would just like to throw, just for fun out there, Kenneth Agostino, is that how you say it? Probably not. AHL player, leads the AHL in points right now. I think he's got a pretty good chance at that fourth line. Non-NHLers. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And I forgot to tell you, Nikolai Ehlers, we're going to give him a 92 overall. I almost forgot. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.